Hey guys, Ralph here from the Endgame Investor. Today I want to give a quick little video on all of the debt that is due in 2024. I did this with some SIFMA statistics. We're going to contrast that with the amount of cash that's still available in the reverse repo facility. We're going to make a ratio and try to figure out when this thing finally falls. It should be early in 2024, my guess, around February, March, something like that. Let's go into the statistics. We're going to see how we have about $5 trillion due in principal in 2024, going all the way back to 10-year notes, probably more than that if you count in the 20 and 30-year notes that are due this year from 20 and 30 years ago. I'm not sure if there are any 20-year notes due because I'm not sure if those existed 20 years ago, but the 30-year notes definitely yes. And also any of the bills that are still about to be issued for the rest of the year that will be due in 2024. So this is probably something above $5 trillion. Let's go to the first slide. This you've seen before. This is the reverse repos that are left in the system. It has descended from, what is this in, well, let's zoom in for a second. 1 year. We were at 1.557 trillion September 29th. At the end of October, we were at 1.079 trillion, so about $500 billion in a month. And now we hit another low of 1.008 trillion. We're up a little bit, 1.024 trillion now. We're about 1 trillion. And since the Treasury auctions have begun again, this is going to start draining again, probably tomorrow. And now let's just put that number at around $1 trillion. Let's move to an Excel sheet. And this is from SIFMA. I forgot what that stands for, but we'll find out in a second. SIFMA, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, or wait, is that SCUBA? Anyway, maybe they're at the front here. Table of contents, it says SIFMA, invested in America. You know, I don't know, it doesn't even say what they stand for. Financial something of America, whatever. They take all of the statistics for treasuries outstanding and they put them all into this useful Excel spreadsheet, which you can get once a month at SIFMA. They send it to your inbox. So what I did here was, I'm not sure if you can see this, they're highlighted boxes. So I went back to, 2014, right? And this is a 10-year note. So everything that was issued, this is issuance of 10-year notes back in 2014, which means the principal is coming due in 2024. Same thing with the 7-year note issued back in 2017. All that is due in 2024. 5-year note issued in 2019. Total 5-year notes issued $500 billion. Total 3-year notes issued in 2021. Total 2-year notes issued in 2022. Add to that the total down here, 1-year notes, 52-week bills issued since January 2023. All of this is due in 2024. Add the 6-month bills that were issued since July and the 17-week bills issued since September, plus the 13-week bills issued in October. If you take all of that together, you have this total down here. You'll see it where my thingy is, or my cursor is circling here. You have 4.895 trillion. If you add in 30-year bonds, which are also due from 30 years ago in 1994, right? It will probably be close to $5 trillion. That's in principle that is due. That is not going to be met with a reverse repo reserve a dollar tank of about $1 trillion. The Fed is not buying any bonds or notes or bills now. So who's going to put in $5 trillion so that the government can keep spending and having deficits of like $1.5 trillion, $2 trillion a year? The Fed's going to have to come in and buy. And that means they're going to have to go back to zero rates. They're going to have to cut to zero, and they're going to have to start QE again. And that is going to be the end of the monetary system. Just wait until February, March, and see what happens. You'll see that I was right. Or maybe you won't see because maybe the internet will be down. I don't even know. It's not going to be pretty in 2024. The world is going to be reorganized from the bottom up, not from the top down. And at that point, gold and silver will become money again. If you enjoyed this video, then check out my affiliates below. If you haven't gotten your gold or silver yet, call Miles Franklin at 855-GAME-END and mention the Endgame Investor. If you want to put your gold and silver somewhere, try a Dirty Man Safe. Go to dirtymansafe.com and use the code ENDGAME10 for 10% off. or you can become my Patreon on Patreon for as little as $3 a month, where you can get my opinion on the war going on in Israel and other monetary and economic topics, and how they reflect off of biblical passages and how God advises us to organize our monetary and economic systems and conduct war, by the way. This is Rafi, the Endgame Investor, and I'll see you guys on Sunday live with Phil.